What's poppin' YouTube, and welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. And this video right here, we're going to be talking about if you have Chiron in the 12th house or Chiron in the sign of Pisces. And I'll pause for the cause. If you don't know how to find your Chiron placement, if you're a new subscriber, if you're just starting off your journey of self-love, self-knowledge, self-understanding, if you don't realize why it's so important that you have to look at yourself through astrology, you have to study yourself through astrology, and to love yourself through astrology and numerology, don't worry, I got you. There's a couple of videos. I'll put the link in the description. You have to watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you look at your birth chart or your natal chart, it's the same thing. And you realize you have Chiron in the 12th house. First of all, I fucks with you on an even deeper level because we have the same Chiron house placement. That means that we have a similar healing that we need to do, and we have a similar potential to heal the world in general. But I'll get deeper into this video. By the way, this video might get a little deep because this is a water sign Chiron placement, so it's going to be a little emotional, but that's neither here nor there. But if you also have Chiron in the sign of Pisces, you also relate to this video. So without further ado, let's just get it poppin', shall we? Now you already know before I start, I'm gonna give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what Chiron in the 12th house people look like and act like in reality. Then I'm gonna have a list of celebrities that have Chiron in the sign of Pisces. So to start, we got Michael Jackson, Lady Gaga, Amy Winehouse, Mariah Carey, Adele, Demi Lovato, Muhammad Ali, Snoop Dogg, LeBron James, and Chris Rock. Now these are the celebrities that have Chiron in the sign of Pisces. We got Johnny Depp, Barack and Michelle Obama, Kurt Cobain, Jim Carrey, Whitney Houston, Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Janet Jackson, and Eddie Murphy. Alright, so boom, Chiron in the 12th house, Chiron in Pisces. First of all, what does Chiron mean? What does Chiron represent in our birth chart? So Chiron in astrology shows us, depending on the house placement it's in and the sign it's in, which area in our life or which energy that we come into this lifetime already with a wound, already with a vulnerability, already with a weakness that we must overcome and heal in order to help ourselves and in turn look outward and help others. We all come into this reality with a vulnerability that we came into this reality through our childhood, past life traumas that we have to work on ourselves, to look within ourselves first, to heal it, and then look and internally or externally heal humanity as we're healing ourselves. So first of all, it's not a planet, it's an asteroid, and it orbits in between Saturn and Uranus. So to put those energies together, the Saturn energy in Chiron kind of makes us pessimistic on ourselves, kind of brings boundaries and kind of puts that voice in our head like you're not good enough or this is not what you're supposed to be doing, you're not worthy. It kind of makes us hard on ourselves. So after we have pinpointed the problem and healed from these Saturn kind of characteristics, we can use a Uranus energy to liberate ourselves and in turn help liberate humanity, help liberate others in the process. Now it's considered a wounded healer, and where it got the name from, I gotta take y'all way back in the Maybach to a Greek mythological story of where Chiron originated. So Chiron's father, Kronos, or Saturn, had a reputation for eating all his children because he was afraid that because Saturn is a god, he's gonna give birth to other gods and his sons is gonna overthrow his power when they get older. And his fear was actually true, because one of his children, Zeus, actually grew up and overthrown his power. So Kronos was out looking for Zeus, and then he met or came across a nymph named Philyra. And now Philyra was just minding her business, doing her thing. Kronos wanted to get with Philyra. Philyra did not want nothing to do with Kronos, so she turned herself into a mare or female horse to run away from Kronos. Kronos was like, nah, I'm not having that. He turned himself into a horse to get with Philyra. So he got with Philyra forcefully, and out came Chiron. Chiron is like a bastard child. Chiron came out half human, half horse, half god. Philyra was ashamed of how he looked. Ophelia was ashamed of the act that happened anyway, so Chiron is abandoned at birth at this moment. Out came Apollo, the god of enlightenment, the god of light. He saw Chiron abandoned. He kind of took Chiron under his wing, taught Chiron information about poetry, about astrology, healing, about herbs. He started teaching Chiron things to the point that Chiron himself grew up and became a prominent healer and teacher in that lifetime. He was like a master healer, master teacher, training other gods, healing other gods, and kind of helping other gods. So that's where he got the healing energy. Fast forward, one of Chiron's heroes, Hercules, was actually having a fight with other centaurs. And remember, a centaur is a half man, half horse. So accidentally, he hit Chiron in the hip with a poison arrow. And now because Chiron's father, Kronos or Saturn, is immortal and he can't die, that means that Chiron himself is immortal and he cannot die. So that wound that he got from the poison arrow was a wound that he couldn't heal himself. That's where he got the wounded healer name coming from. So fast forward, the pain was so unbearable, was so hard to bear, that he pleaded and begged the other gods, please let me become mortal so I can actually die and let this pain go away. And they say the constellation of Sagittarius came in the sky or in the universe when Chiron was actually able to be laid to rest. So all that put together gives y'all a background of where the wounded healer name comes from. So what does that mean for you in your birth chart? Like I said, we come into this reality, we come into this lifetime with a wound that we have to heal ourselves. When we heal this wound, we'll be able to heal ourselves and in turn unlock the potential to heal others around us going through the similar circumstances. So now, what does it mean having Chiron in Pisces, Chiron in the 12th house? Now, this placement is very difficult to have. Any Pisces placement is very difficult to understand because we already know 12th house energy, Pisces energy is the subconscious mind. It's kind of masters of delusions, things unseen, things that you can't really pinpoint. It's hard to really know what's going on because it's really hard to kind of pinpoint and figure it out. Just like Pisces rule by the fish, it's kind of hard to catch a fish in your hand because they're always trying to run away. So 12th house energy, Pisces energy is really hard to understand what's going on. It's the subconscious mind. So what does it mean when you have a wound here? When you have to do healing here in your subconscious mind? Stemming back to the childhood, it's kind of hard to pinpoint what happened traumatically in the childhood of a Chiron, a 12th house person, or Chiron, a Pisces person, because it usually happens during the time they were coming into this lifetime, like when they were coming through their mother's womb. Something might have happened. It could have happened when they were a child. They could have experienced a lot of emotional trauma or really been susceptible to really absorbing negative emotional energy as a child. And as you grow older, you don't really remember what happened consciously, but then when you go to sleep, you could have all these vivid dreams, you could have all these vivid visions. Things subconsciously will remind you of the pain you felt, the trauma you went through. So it's like really hard to remember consciously what happened to you, but knowing from Pisces energy, it happens through your dreams, through visions, through the subconscious energy. So what happens if you're not healing yourself from the subconscious trauma that you dealt with? And like I said, I have this placement, so I'm going to be speaking from experience with this. You will live life with like a wound in your subconscious mind. And when you have a subconscious wound, you'll be doing things not knowing why you're doing it, where it's coming from. You will have to you look up in the sky like, why is this happening to me? Why am I here? Why the universe allowed this to happen to me? Why am I like this? A lot of times we grow up and we become very sensitive. And when I say sensitive, I don't mean that we go in the corner, we cry up on the ball and start crying all the time. I mean, we become sensitive as in the way that we can really feel energies, vibrations, frequency on a deep level because we have experienced some type of pain when it comes to energies, frequencies, things that are not seen, things that are not really, things that are hard to pinpoint, the unseen world, the energies, the spiritual world. We kind of experience a trauma in our past life through that. So as we grow older, we become very sensitive to other people around us, to other energies around us. So if we don't heal from these things, a lot of times with Pisces energy, we always want to help people. It's like we're really selfless. We kind of give ourselves to people a lot. And we're actually here to heal people in a way. But if we don't heal ourselves, You'll see us giving ourselves to people too much, trying to help them so much. We could look at somebody in the eyes and really like read them on a deep spiritual level, see if they need healing, see if they're going through like traumatic events. We could really relate to a lot of people, because remember, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It has been through all the signs put together, so it's like it can relate to every single sign. So when you don't heal from these things, it'll be hard for us to set boundaries, because we want to help people all the time. It'll be hard for us to really do things consciously that does not strike up the subconscious trauma. Like I said, lead us to being escapisms. And escapism is not only drugs and alcohol. It could be through sex. It could be through video games. It could be through gambling. It could be through extreme isolation. Like anything that makes us trying to escape reality, because we have this wound in our subconscious mind that's like eating at us. If we don't heal from these things, it will manifest in us doing things, trying to escape reality all the time, trying to give ourselves too much to people all the time, not setting boundaries. And then after we're giving ourselves to people, we play the victim, like, why is this happening to me? Why is that person not really giving me back energy? Why am I being taken advantage of? It's like we could kind of like put ourselves in the victim energy because we're giving ourselves too much, not setting boundaries, being too empathic. But like I said, it's hard for us not to be empathic because we're very sensitive to energies, sensitive to vibrations. So we're supposed to figure out inside of us, and this takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot of isolation, I would say, because we're sensitive to energy. So we have to be by ourselves to really fully like understand what's going on. It takes a lot of patience to really pinpoint the trauma that we went through in our subconscious mind. So through this, through meditation, through really digging deep within yourself, doing a spiritual inner healing, we realize like, damn, so even though the universe put us through all these things, even though we went through all these traumatic events, we were actually here to go through these things, to heal ourselves first, and then that gives us the opportunity to look out and be the perfect person to heal others going through traumatic events, others going through like, you know, mental health issues in a way, subconscious health issues in a way. So we're actually here to heal people. And I understand that this is a very big job to do in this reality. If you don't heal yourself and you're trying to go out, trying to help people so much, that is when you'll be taken advantage of, because you're not really looking within yourself. It's like you're escaping from your own inner healing to try to help somebody else. So when you're doing that, you're giving too much of yourself to people, you're giving too much of your energy to people, and it's going to come back and bite you, because you're going to be absorbing their toxicity, you're going to be absorbing their energy. And because we're so sensitive, like I said, to frequencies and vibrations, we're going to be absorbing that, and it's going to be affecting us and hurting us in the long run. So us going through all these tribulations, we have to heal ourselves first in order to go out and see how everybody else is dealing with their subconscious problems. Like I said, it's going to be problems that are not seen. We could look at somebody and you could spiritually see like what's going on inside of them. So we could really help them heal themselves spiritually and subconsciously after we have healed ourselves internally. So a lot of times, if we don't heal ourselves, we could go through periods of not having faith in a higher power, not having faith in something above us, because we feel like we're just so unlucky, the world is so unfair. Why is this happening to me? I don't believe in anything. It's like our intuition, our spirituality could be tainted, could be harnessed, can be damaged if we don't actually take the time, take the patience to actually look within our own subconscious mind, look within our own traumas, look within our own past life, look within our own childhood, try to figure out what's going on. And it's very hard to figure it out because, like I said, Pisces energy, 12th house energy, it's hard to figure it out. It's hard to know what's going on. It's hidden. It's spiritual. It's outer worldly. It's not in this realm. So when you take the patience, we will be the best at being like counselors, being healers, Reiki healers, spiritual healers, like, you know, like what I'm doing with these videos when I'm telling y'all to love yourself and learn astrology. Things like this is actually healing for me because I'm helping y'all tap into your own spiritual sense, your own intuition. Things like this that we're supposed to be doing to help people heal themselves is our avenue to help unlock the potential to heal others. But be careful that we have to set boundaries too. We really have to protect our energy because, like I said, us being sensitive like that, if we're around people that are not self-aware of how they act and all that, we could really absorb that energy big time, and it will be detrimental for our health if we're around toxic people. But after we have healed ourselves and after we have understood our purpose, as in like, I've been through all these things because I'm here to actually liberate humanity in a way, kind of liberate people that are also going through a lot of trauma. So heal yourself, understand your purpose, understand what has happened to you, understand that you have to have a faith in your intuition, have a faith in a higher power, whatever it is for you. It's all different for everybody else. Like I said, for me, it's the universe, but to have your own faith in a higher power, to understand what your purpose is, and to protect your energy, and to only give your healing out to those that you deem fit, not to just everybody and anybody, because then you're going to be overextending yourself all the time. Like I said, with this placement, we're very empathic, so we just love to help all the time. So if we're not careful and not protecting our energy, we'll be helping people that don't want to help themselves in a way, if that makes sense. So overall, the whole summary of this whole placement is to understand that you have to heal your subconscious energy. You have to look deep within your subconscious mind to heal from your traumatic past. If you don't, you'll be living life feeling lost, living life trying to escape, living life trying to do things and not knowing the reason why it's happening to you. After you have healed yourself, you can then look outwardly and be like, damn, I know what that person's going through. I could feel their energy. I could relate to their trauma because I've been through it either in this lifetime or my past lifetime. I've been through before, and I can help that person, heal that person. And through the process of healing that person, we're then internally healing ourselves in the same way. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. That was my video on Chiron in the 12th house, my last video of the series. Appreciate all y'all that have been watching this. I appreciate all the support, for real, for real. If you have subscribed to my channel, fuck with you heavy. Appreciate y'all, for real, for real. But if you still haven't subscribed yet, go ahead, handle that one time for your boy. Don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. It's your boy, Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie. I'ma see all y'all when I see y'all. Peace.